Hello people, we'll be back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Philip Rivers and his amazing career because he was a very, very good QB and one of the best I've seen around in my time. He had that Simard release and he threw for a lot of yards in his career. He ranks 5th in passing yards and 5th in touchdowns for a QB of all time. And he was drafted in 2004 with the Giants when they wanted to get Eli Manning. So what I'm trying to say is Philip Rivers is a QB that should make the Hall of Fame for these reasons. First, he made the Pro Bowl 8 times, which is a lot. I mean, making the Pro Bowl 8 times is very, very good, and he lasted in 2018. He was the NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2013, and he led the completion percentage rate in 2013 too. He led the NFL in passing yards in 2010 and the touchdowns in 2008. He throws for a lot of yards every year, besides 2019 and 2020. What you could have expected from him is at least 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns with like 10 picks, but that's still very, very good. As we know, the Chargers still had Drew Brees when Philip Rivers was inside Chargers, so he had to wait a few years before he got his chance. And once he did, he made the most of it. He, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Antonio Gates made one of the strongest offenses of all time. And he was bizarrely part of that squad in 2010 that had the top-ranked offense and defense and still missed the playoffs, which is surprising. He and Antonio Gates had one of the best tight end QB combos in the whole league and of all time because they threw for a lot of touchdowns and they basically fed off of each other. Drew Brees was a very good QB, but as we all know that he needed to move on from the Chargers to kickstart his career. Philip Rivers, we know, got drafted by the Giants and Eli Manning was drafted by the Chargers, and we know the draft day swap that landed them both there, and they both decided to become a win-win situation because they both ended up being such good players, and I feel bad for Philip Rivers for not winning a Super Bowl. The closest he came was in 2008 when he made the AFC Championship, and he tore his ACL in the AFC divisional round before that, but the Chargers needed to make the Super Bowl, so they thought it was best for Philip Rivers to play in. Eventually, the New England Patriots won that game, and it was just a testament to show how tough Philip Rivers truly is. Everyone makes fun of him for how many kids he makes, which is ridiculous, and we get it. He likes kids, and he's a kid man, so that's nice. But the trash talking is another level. It is the funniest stuff, especially with him and Yannick Ngakoue when Yannick Ngakoue was still on the Jags and Philip Rivers was still on the Chargers. That was the funniest thing of all time. But let's actually get on to what he did on the field. He basically gave new identity to the Chargers and showed that they were a playoff team. I know that under Drew Brees, they were still a good team, and Doug Flutie too, if you wanted to. But Philip Rivers was someone who was throwing for a lot of yards. He was basically a one-man carry team along with LaDainian Tomlinson. We know that Philip Rivers is the highest passer in Chargers history and the highest touchdown thrower in Chargers history, which even surpasses Dan Fouts. And Dan Fouts was the dude who decided that passing game was the best for the NFL, and he threw for a lot of yards under Don Coryell. We know that Philip Rivers might not be first ballot Hall of Famer because he hasn't won any Super Bowls, but there's been a lot of QBs that haven't won so much as a Super Bowl, and they've still made this Hall of Fame, and people should take into account what he did. And he didn't even have the strongest group of receivers. We know he had Vincent Jackson in his prime, and who else besides Antonio Gates? They barely had enough receivers, and he had Keenan Allen, but what I'm saying is he made the most out of what he had. And I really, really like that dedication, and I really liked what he showed to his teammates. He also had a lot of attitude, and he was a leader. He was a true leader that the Chargers really needed, and I really like that because every team needs a true leader to guide their team, and Philip Rivers was the focal point. He would always call out someone if they needed to be called out. He would always compliment them when he'd say good job. He'd always taunt the opponents just to make sure that they're off guard and he's ready to pounce on that. So it was always fun watching him play. And the way he threw the ball, people were making fun of him for that sidearm delivery, but wow, has it worked for him. He threw for 64,440 yards, which is ridiculous with that sidearm thing that people were talking about. And he took over the starting role in 2006, so 2 years after he was originally drafted by the Giants and traded to the Chargers. So we can count that he had 15 seasons of just being a true starter, and for what he did in those 15 seasons, those are almost Drew Brees type of production, because Drew Brees was uber duper productive. He threw for 5,000 yard seasons regularly, and he threw for 40 touchdowns, 50 touchdowns. So to get someone on that same level or near that same level was ridiculous, and the Chargers did a very, very good job in picking him up. Thanks for watching this video, and Philip Rivers, I hope you enjoy this retirement. If you want, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and you can always please comment down below what you want to see from me, and always join my Discord group chat for sports and all that kind of stuff. The links to those will be in the description, and I will see you in the next video, and peace.